What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 1 of the 30-day shred. In today's bite we're going to concentrate on 3 body parts: the back, the bicep and legs. So for all you WWE fans, at the end of the 30 days we're going to have a back like Batista, biceps like Scott Steiner and legs like John Cena. So what do we need for today's workout? Basically, again, it's going to be simple. It's a home workout, so you could use a pair of dumbbells like the ones here. I'll be sipping on Gatorade, or you guys could sip on some like a BCAA or an electrolyte, some kind of a drink, or maybe if you don't have any of those, maybe a water, because what that does is it helps your muscles not fatigue. It helps in probably gives you that a little bit of energy while working out, and also helps in muscle recovery. So make sure you sip on something while working out. And also very important, and not many people talk about this, but music. Try and listen to the kind of music which gets you all pumped up, because from personal experience, I tend to push myself harder when I listen to my favorite tunes as opposed to working out without music. So I would strongly suggest listening to your best music for the workout. And in terms of the workout itself, we'll be supersetting today these exercises. So we'll be doing a quick variation of back, bicep and legs without a break. And I'm planning to do 3 exercises per body part, and they're going to be 3 sets each. So without further ado, let's get started. Before starting out the workout, I would strongly suggest a quick warm-up and a quick stretch. Stretching and the warm-up are very important because it helps loosen your body a little, and you tend to avoid injury. So please don't overlook this part of the routine, because it'll certainly help you work out longer and better without injuries. All right, so let's get started. So guys, that's pretty much the stretch. Now for warm-up, I would suggest spot running. And in terms of spot running, we'll try kickbacks, and we'll try leg raises. All right, that pretty much got my blood flowing, and probably body feels a lot more relaxed in terms of tightness and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm in a position to now start my exercise. You can tell I'm a little winded, but yeah, let me just catch my breath, have a little sip of water. So it's a good idea to always sip between sets. So before we get into weights, let's do something which is freehand, which will warm you up. So we'll start with squats without weights. And while doing these squats, make sure your knees don't go ahead of your toes. So you got to push your lower body back while arching your back. All right, so you can watch me now. So I go all the way down here till my legs are parallel to the ground, my thighs are parallel to the ground, and then come back up. All right, so again, that's pretty much it. So you drop down, make sure your knees don't go ahead of your toes, and you arch your back and push your lower body back out. All right, so let's do 20 of these. So guys who don't have a pull-up bar or anything to hang yourself against and pull your body up, you have an alternative of doing pull-ups on the floor. And people who are not used to doing pull-ups, this is also going to help you guys. I'll demonstrate that right now. All you're doing is, again, your arms are wide apart and you're pulling yourself with your arms. So that's pretty much it. That's how you do the pull-up. And if you want to add more resistance, then you can use a towel this will add more resistance. So put a towel there, and it'll make the same thing, wide, arms wide apart, a little more than your shoulder length, and keep your legs on the ground, and this towel will add more resistance. So just pull yourself forward. If you're finding it hard, if you want the least amount of resistance, remove the towel. Okay, put your legs up so it doesn't touch the floor, and just pull yourself with your arms. Okay, that's the least amount of resistance if you're not used to doing the pull-up. This is one way of doing it. All right. So guys, let's get to the first set of exercises with weights. So in this set, we'll be concentrating on the back, bicep and legs, as I mentioned. And the exercise we'll be performing would be your deadlifts. There are two variations of this. One would be concentrating on the legs, the hamstrings actually, and the other one would be on the lower back. Let me show you how that's done. So for the legs, all you have to do is keep your weight in front of you and just drop your weight straight down without bending your knees, and come straight back up. All right. And for the one which is concentrating on your lower back, the same thing, but just bend your knees while you're going, bend your knees on the way down. That's all. So you're bending your knees a little and coming and feeling your lower back. That's the only difference. And for hammer curls, we'll be doing this after each rep. So basically let me just show you quickly. So we do this, come back up, and for the hammer curl, move the weight in front of you keep your elbows a little ahead and crunch. All right, so you guys can decide how many reps you want to do depending on your fitness and your strength level. So that was my first set, guys. Now make sure once your set's done, stretch a little, like this kind of stretch for your back or your bicep. Your back, you could even hold on to something and stretch. And for your bicep, basically it's this stretch. Keep your arm in front of you, stretch it out and pull against your fingers. So that gives your bicep a nice stretch. All right, and for your legs, now we were just concentrating on a hamstring, so for that, just lift your leg up a little, okay, and hold on. So give yourself about 30-40 seconds of rest, sip a little water, and then let's get to the second set. So guys, we reached the second set of exercises. In this set, we'll be concentrating on the inverted row exercise for your back. For the legs, we'll be doing squats with the weights, and for your bicep, we'll be performing the concentrated curl. So let me show you how this is done. So for the inverted row, all you have to do is bend your knees a little, arch your back, keep the dumbbells somewhere close to your knee, and just pull back. Okay, close to your belly button, in line with your belly button, and hold the weight there for half a second or so, and squeeze your back, and then just drop the weight. Just pull back and drop the weight. So that's your inverted, your bent over row. So now for the leg, I'm thinking we'll do 10 reps of the inverted row, the bent over row, I'm sorry. And for your legs, we should be, you could do two variations again. The same thing as free squats. Make sure your knees do not move ahead of your toes. Don't do this, but push your lower half of your body towards the back. Okay, that's your squats. Or you could keep your dumbbells in this position as well, whatever suits you. I prefer this, it gives me a little of my bicep workout too. So same thing, we'll do 10 reps of this, and we'll finish up with the concentrated curl. So for this one, you need one dumbbell at a time. So make sure one of your feet is pointed. Let me just show you this in One of your feet's pointed in, so you're making some kind of an L shape here. So make sure you bend down, get your elbow on your thigh, okay, and you curl. Elbow on the thigh and curl, and then you just switch to the other leg. All right, so we'll do 10 reps of this. So let's get started. A good stretch for your arms and your back. This stretch is for your, again, for your legs. Make sure you stand up straight, don't bend forward. Stand straight and stretch. You can hold something, or you can do it if you have enough strength on your legs. Just hold, stand straight. Any stretch you do, hold for about 20 seconds. So guys, finally we've reached our last set of exercises. In this set, we'll be concentrating on the one arm row for the back, which I'll show you in a minute. It's an exercise where you use one dumbbell at a time. So the hand in which you have your dumbbell, move that leg towards the back so it gives you more space. Keep your chest out. Use your other hand to give you some kind of support, and all you do is pulling the dumbbell up towards your waist, okay, and holding here for a second, and then leaving it down towards the front, right, and holding it for a second here. And one important thing for this exercise is do not move your shoulder. Do not do this. So that's the form. Hopefully you got the form right, and your chest has to be out throughout this exercise. For your reverse lunges, so you need 2 dumbbells. So all you're doing is moving your legs towards the back, one leg at a time. So, and kneeling, sort of a kneel. That's about it. And for your hammer curls, if you're doing a variation, this exercise gives you more of a width to your biceps. So all you're doing is moving your dumbbells up a little and squeezing like this. That's all you're doing. That helps your biceps grow wider. Alright, so we've got our exercises down pat. Now we'll be doing 10 reps of each exercise. Alright, so let's get started. Finally, we reached the last set of the third set of exercises, and yeah, pretty much pooped out. I hope you guys are feeling the same. So let's hit this really strong and finish on a high. There you have it, guys. We're all done with our exercise for today. Now, one thing, when you're done with your workout, I would encourage everybody to flex the muscles we just worked out on, because you've hit your muscles so hard, you've broken them down. It's just good to give them that little flex that helps it grow. So let's end with a nice strong flex for your back and your bicep. Pull out your back muscles, try and get as wide as you can. I think we finished strong. And don't forget, now as I mentioned, the workout's 30%, 60% is the diet. Now I am about 80 kilos. I need about 3,000 calories worth of meals every day. Also make sure you have enough of protein. In my case, I need about, I think, 150 to 200 grams of protein. So the protein shake, which I'm going to have right now, gives me about 30 to 40 grams of protein. So substitute your protein, like have eggs and other sources of protein, right? And also make sure you eat healthy meals. There are many options now I see online. There's so many videos. Let me just plug in a quick shout out to one of my couple of my friends who are chefs, and I've started their channel called the Zesty Chefs. They have some good recipes there, homemade recipes, some really healthy. I know people from Mangalore, there's some Mangalorean recipes out there. Check them out online. I'll leave their link in the description. So I think that's about it for today, guys. The next bites, it's going to be more concentrated on cardio, abs and running or cycling or anything of that sort. So that's going to come up maybe tomorrow. And till then, try and again eat healthy, try and stay fit, and give this channel a quick like and a subscribe and share with whoever is interested in this type of content. All right, till the next video, I'm out of here.